Hello and welcome back to All About Community. As I promised you before we went to break that my next guest would be Ignacio de la Fuente, a former city councilman right here in the city of Oakland, a dynamic man who has made a difference. As a matter of fact, I want to just sing his praises because when he was a city councilman, his district was well represented. As a matter of fact, it was so innovative that I used to just go down and just look at it and say, why can't all of Oakland look like this? Ignacio, welcome back to All About Community. Good to see you.
Absolutely a pleasure.
Good. Well, I just want to say one thing that has nothing to do with you, and that is that I'm so happy that they finally indicted Donald Trump, the scumbag. I hope he fries in jail where he belongs. Is that pretty strong?
I hear you.
But we're not here to talk about him. We're going to talk about a number of things today. We're going to talk about what's happening in the city of Oakland. We're going to talk about ranked choice and a lot of good stuff. Do you feel as though that change has already been made in Oakland since the election? I know you ran and you were not successful in becoming our mayor. Do you feel as anything has happened since the new mayor has taken over?
Absolutely. Unfortunately, in the wrong direction.
You think so?
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at every single day, if you look at people being robbed, businesses being ransacked, in everybody's face. I mean, the crime in Oakland, when it comes to sideshows, when it comes to breaking and entry, when it comes to robbing all these restaurants in Chinatown and in Fruitvale and everywhere, it's off the hook. And the first thing we got to be is honest with each other.
What do you think is going on there? Why is that happening? I assume it's not just because the mayor, we have a new mayor. It's something else may be going on. Or is it connected?
Absolutely. With all due respect, it's the mayor and the city council. The policies of the city council, the messages that are sent by this city council, this mayor, that everything goes. Nobody gets punished for anything. You can commit crimes and it's fine. And we allow this environment, Bob. I mean, we can dance around the issues, but the reality is that we are in trouble and people are leaving Oakland. A lot of businesses are closing and leaving because they cannot function. A lot of the people that made the city what it was, black and brown and people of color, are abandoning the city because they have no choice. That's reality. Everything else is,
Now, the mayor campaigned on the fact that she's going to bring the city together. Do you think that's happening? That the city is no longer divided, or that she's going to get rid of the division within the city?
I learned in my 21 years in the city council that elected officials, that will be mayors or that will be city council members, when they get elected, the residents, the people of Oakland, give us the benefit of the doubt.
Right, and they should.
Give us some time, give us some benefit of the doubt, give us time to see what you're going to do, what
exactly,
you're going to show.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, the last 4 months had not been good.
Okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Fire chief of police. There was the.
Well, why do you think she fired the chief of police? I'm a little puzzled at that.
I respond to that. That is the inexperience of a person that made promises in order to get elected. That will be to the activists that are anti-police, or that will be to tenants that want to leave without paying rent. All those issues are coming to bar. I mean, when it's happening, people want to see the what do they say? The glass half full or half empty. The reality is that you talk to the businesses that you and I have worked with for years and years and years, and they are desperate. They are closing.
And you said tenants don't want to pay rent. What do you mean by that?
Meaning by the moratorium. During the pandemic, Alameda County and many cities enacted moratoriums for rent. I supported that, and I supported that because that was crisis time. COVID. People were not working, all those issues, absolutely. But for us to continue with a moratorium, the only city actually in the United States with a moratorium on rent, is unacceptable. To me, it's criminal. Seniors and small landlords, they have worked all their lives to buy a couple of pieces of property. Now they're losing them because they have to pay mortgage, but they're not collecting any rent. It's just not right.
How can they survive? How can these small landlords survive?
They are not. That's the reason why they're demonstrating today at 2 o'clock in front of City Hall. Small landlords and business people that are being decimated are finally showing and telling the city council, wake up.
Well, you think the city council is in fact going to wake up?
We're going to make him wake up. We got to wake him up.
Well, what if they don't? What are you going to do?
Well, unfortunately, Bob, let me tell you, there's several lawsuits that are going against the city from developers, from businesses, from small commercial districts that are suing the city of Oakland because we are not doing our job. We are not doing our job not only cleaning the street, but protecting businesses. The first responsibility of local government is to protect life and property. Everything else is second. And we're not doing a very good job at that. Why? Because we want to resolve the problems of the world. That will be homelessness, or that will be affordable housing, this, that, or the other, at the expense of the core services that we're supposed to provide, Bob. That's the truth. But you know what? Most of the time, people don't want to hear it. So.
People don't want to hear it, but sometimes it's necessary to hear the truth, and sometimes it's important to speak the truth. We're gonna have to go to break, but let me say that I am really, really frustrated, and I hope something can be done. So don't touch that remote. We will be right back with All About Community again. My name is Robert L. Harris. I'm your host, and my guest is Ignacio de la Fuente, former city councilman right here in the city of Oakland, and is still dynamic. We will be right back.